Right, so we're gonna have a look at those who are split up, the energy of people who have split up, or those who are in separation, considering separation, or you may have been split up for a long time and your energy is just being pulled back towards someone, or you've not been able to move beyond a situation. So we're going to have a look at that. We're going to look at what are your energies at the moment. What are your person's energies at the moment? What are their true feelings towards you right now? What's the root cause of the split? What's the best step for you to take right now? And possible future between the two of you. So your energies at the moment, we have the Ace of Wands. Your person's energies, we have the Knight of Coins. What are their true feelings towards you right now? We have the Four of Cups. What's the root cause of the split? We've got the Queen of Wands. What's the best step for you to take right now? We have the Four of Pentacles. And possible future between the two of you. We have the Nine of Wands. So at the moment, your energy at the moment is you may be feeling quite spunky. You might be like kind of getting yourself back into some kind of, you may have been moping for a while. You may have been feeling going through the blues after a split up. You may have been going through a hard, rough time, but it's almost like now you're starting to get your life back together. It's almost like you're starting to pick up where you left off from, because you may have been like kind of on a roll. You may have been on a roll when you got into this relationship, or when you got into this connection, or when this came along, and then when it's come along, something's derailed you and it's all gone to shit, and you have split up clearly, and it may have left you in a bad place, in a bit of a wreckage, but it's almost now like you've got yourself back on track. It's almost like you're getting yourself back going again. You're wanting to move forward. You're still kind of glancing towards them though. You still, even though you're getting ready to move forward, you're still kind of glancing backwards towards them. So there is still a pull there. There's still some energy that's kind of stuck there. But this might be because you're seeing that this person's this person may be settling down elsewhere. They may be settling down or putting down roots elsewhere. And this may be and what spurred you into wanting to get back into your life. So almost like a bit of a kick up the arse, like you sat here being upset over someone that's clearly moving on from you, and no more of that. Or it's just been that long that you've decided that it's time to do this, but in doing so, in getting yourself back out there and getting yourself back on track, you've seen, or you've come into the knowledge that this person may be offering something that they perhaps didn't offer to you. So it may be when they came to you, you may have been the one that was stable, that was secure. You may have been the one that opened up your home to them. You may have been the one that welcomed them in and picked them up off the ground. They may have been going through a shit time. You picked them up off the ground. It's almost like they came along, they accepted everything that you were offering. Then suddenly it wasn't good enough. Then you were put to the wayside, and now they're offering all this structure and security and all this groundedness that they should have been bringing to you, because you were giving it to them. It's almost like they're giving it to somebody else, and it's like it may be pulling your attention, because you're thinking to yourself, well, why could they not give that to me? Why would they not do that for me? Why was I not good enough to be able to receive that from them? Why can they do this for other people? And the truth is, if someone is not for you, and a very good way of realizing that someone's not for you is when they can't give you, when they not only can't, they won't give you everything that they could possibly give to everybody else. They could actually sit there telling you that you are the best thing that ever happened to them, that you are the one that set them kind of free, that you are the one who rescued them in some way, but yet still they will treat you like shit. And this is just the mentality of this person. This is just who this person is. And if they were in a bad place, it may be that they just couldn't give it at that time, so everything else around it went sour. It's like they couldn't offer it at that time, and because of that, everything else around it went sour. And then it was kind of, it got to a situation where it was just, you can't do it now. It's too late, too little, too late. So it could be that situation. But what you'll find is, honestly, if somebody wants to treat you that way, if somebody wants to be with you, if somebody wants to give you everything and wants to be stable and secure with you, they would be, regardless of where they're at in life. They would give you the best version of themselves, regardless of where they're at in life. So don't sit and think, oh, maybe it was just like, why could they not have been in this good space while they were with me? They could have been in this good space while they were with you. They just opted not to give you the best of them. And that's on them, because I feel like in this situation, they may be the ones that are missing out. Now, we've got the Four of Cups here as how they really think about you, their true feelings towards you right now. They're kind of closed off to you. They're kind of holding themselves back to you. That's not to say, though, because it's still an emotion card. They're kind of holding themselves back from you. They're kind of holding themselves closed off from you. But the feelings are still there. It's all still there. And they may know that they treated you like shit. They may know that you gave them everything. Or it may be that they did move on. They may have moved on. They may have gone into something that they consider to be more secure. Or if they don't consider it to be more secure, it is something that they've moved into where they have given everything that they didn't give to you. So they've basically given their all to something. And it may not be all it seems on the it may not be all it's portrayed to be. So what they've gone into, they may have gone into and given 110% to, only to find that they're not entirely happy where they are, because there is still feelings or pulls towards you. There is still feelings there towards you, but they're holding themselves back from it. They're probably holding themselves to account for the fact that they've taken the piss. They've probably gone to something that is not better, that has not been an upgrade. And when I say it, they may have gone into something feeling like they were stepping up in the world, or that they were doing better, or that they were getting better. And I don't feel like they have. Or it may have been something where it was good for a little while, but then slowly things, you get with people, the mask slips, don't it? After a while, the mask slips, the people start letting themselves go, people start showing you the true personalities. It could be anything like that, where they've gone into something thinking that they had like a gem, and then when they've wiped it down, the shine has come off. It could be something like that, because there is still feelings there, but they're not going to own them towards you. I feel like this person did you dirt. I feel like this other person that they've gone towards may have come on the scene while they were still with you. They may have come on the scene while they were still with you. You may be looking back at this now, because this may have been something that really hurt you. This may be something that has really caused damage to you, caused damage to your psyche, caused you to be in a bad place, derailed you. This could be something that's really caused a lot of hurt and a lot of pain for you. And now you're starting to get your life back. Now you're starting to get the spark back in your life, and you're starting to get... it's almost like positivity is just kind of exuding through you at the minute. And it may be, like I say, you may have seen them, or you may have seen them with a person, or you may have come to know that they were with a person. You may have also seen, you may have known that they got with somebody else. You may have known that they'd gone off with somebody else, or that they were lining up somebody else for when they were done with you. You may be aware of this, and you may have seen something recently. This might be why you're looking now, because you may be realising actually what I thought you were getting at, when I thought you were stepping out on me and you were stepping into something better, I'm seeing now it's not all that it was portrayed to be. There's something around that. It's not all that it was. It's not all that it was piped up to be. Let's put it that way. It's not. They didn't get what they were expecting. Now, what was the root cause of the split? We've got the Queen of Wands here. So this tells me... Sorry. This tells me the Queen of Wands is someone that's very vivacious. It's somebody that kind of puts herself out there, puts themselves in a position. Someone that kind of comes along and may come along and steal your man, steal your woman. They may come along and take what's not theirs. They may charm their way into something, or they act, you know, they know how to present in order to get what they want. And I feel like the root cause of the separation, the root cause of this split may well be this Queen of Wands individual. So it may well be this is this other person. It feels like this is this other person. And I don't think they got what they were expecting. I don't believe they got what they were expecting. They may have thought that they were going into something with somebody that was quite vivacious, or somebody that was a certain way, only to find out that it was all kind of a bit of a show, or it's somebody that can fake it till they make it, fake being away until they create the persona, and then everybody kind of gets drawn in, but then everybody starts seeing that they're not actually that way. I feel like it's something like that. So there's something, you know, it's almost like a, what I say, I'll tell you what I've got what's going in my head now. What goes around comes around. I feel like someone treated you like shit, and they thought they was just going to be the dog's bollocks and have the dog's bollocks and all the rest of it, and then what's gone around has come around. I can hit that song is just going over in my head. That is the energy that I'm getting from it. Like they thought, they may have even kind of rubbed it in your face a bit. It may have been getting put out there, it may have been getting put in your face a bit, and it's like it's not now. You may have noticed that might be why it's caught your attention, because you're not seeing so much of it anymore. Maybe they were posting a lot, maybe they was making a point of being with this person a lot, you know, or being away you would be and things like that, and now suddenly, you know, they're not that keen on being seen with them. It could be something like that. So there is that. Sounds awful. It sounds a bit bitchy, but sometimes what goes around does come around. It really does, and we don't always get to fucking see it. We don't always get to see it. It does. What goes around comes around, and when it does, oh, it's always nice when you get a glimpse of it. Put it that way. All love and light and stuff. So what's the best step for you to take right now? We have the Four of Pentacles. Don't be offering shit. Don't be putting yourself forward. Don't be giving. This is about keeping what's yours to yourself. If this person's going through a shithole time with this other person that they've gone off to, they may well start making their way back to you. They may start gravitating back towards you. Don't have it. Don't allow it. I think the best advice for you at the minute is no, you keep what's yours to yourself. And also, this is a bit of advice kind of moving forward as well. Don't give your all. Don't open yourself up willingly, giving your all to somebody that you know is not giving back to you. Be protective of what you have. Be protective of yourself, of your home, of your life, of everything, your energy and everything. Be protective of yourself. Don't be handing yourself over to people willy-nilly, especially people who just are just down on the luck and just need a bit of love, you know. And I know that sounds nasty, doesn't it? Because it's like, well, surely we should be like kind of raising people, but yeah, we should within reason. Keep a fucking distance with it though. Raise them up, but don't be sacrificing your life for them, is what I'm saying. Don't be putting yourself, don't be switching places. It's almost like we put ourselves in a position where someone's down, we build them up, we give them everything, and then they fuck off and leave us with nothing. Don't be putting yourself in a position like that. Be more protective of yourself. Be more guarded about your energy, about your finances, about your home, about you as a person. Be more guarded and more protective of what you have, who and what you are. So there's that there. So the possible future between the two of you ain't happening. Ain't gonna happen. And if they do come about, I feel like they may have took it to a place that the way that it went down, I feel like it's gone to a place now where it is going to be toxic as fuck if they do come back around. If they come back around, this is going to be something that's going to... It's almost like they say, like, you can't carry bitterness and stuff like that with you, and we do. And you know, they say forgive and forget. You can forgive people, but you can never forget. It's always going to be there. So if they do come back into you, if they do start making their way back to you or try to edge their way back into your life, not only are you're going to be hyper vigilant on the issue of what they're doing around you and the things that they're doing, they're going to have you in a state of hyper vigilance like that. It's always going to be an issue because they took the piss. It's always going to be an issue. And don't kid yourself into thinking that it wouldn't be, because it would. It's something that would always be an issue. You will always be waiting for them to do something else. You would always be waiting for the attack or for what's going to come from the situation. It's almost like they've done something to you where now you're going to be hyper vigilant, watching out and looking out for it all the time. So even if they did come back into your life, every last movement they make, you're going to be like, well, why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? It's something that's going to be stuck with you, and you don't want to be in a place where you are that hyper vigilant. You don't want to be in a place. Anxiety, maybe when you were with this person, you found yourself in a swirl of anxiety. It's almost like instead of being happy, instead of being joyous, instead of feeling the bubbles of love in your soul, it was just like a gnawing anxiety, and that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like to me right now. It's like a gnawing anxiety, and I feel like that's the energy that they would bring back. This is the space that they would bring you back to, this gnawing anxiety, waiting for what the fuck they're going to do next. I wouldn't waste my time on it, especially, guys, if they've gone off with someone else, if they've done something like that. Don't be having someone like that back in your life, no matter how much you feel like you must like them or you must love them. Don't be having someone like that back in your life, because you deserve better than that. Put one of these ones. So a bit of a message for you. Whoop. So we've got gratitude that came out for you. A little message for you is there. And I feel like in this instance, the gratitude, these cards are beautiful. Absolutely stunning. It's the Earthly Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle. It's the mass market version, but it's absolutely stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Gratitude. And the way she's doing this to the moon, she's like to the moon, showing a gratitude to the moon. I feel like you need to be, I feel like, honestly, you may not have felt like it. Maybe you're starting to get back to yourself, so you may be starting to feel, or you may be starting to notice that fuck that didn't work out. You may be coming to like little realizations like that with yourself, but it's about some things in life don't work out, and it is a fucking damn good thing. It is a damn good thing, and it's being grateful for, it's learning to be grateful even though we don't feel like we should be. It's learning to be grateful for like the struggles that we go through as well, or the shit that we go through, for the shit that people bring to us and the shit that they do to us, because not only does it spur us to move from beyond a place where we would accept that, it also kind of, it teaches us to be more aware of ourselves and be more protective of ourselves. It teaches us, and it also weeds out people like this from our lives, so we know we don't have to deal with people like that anymore. So it's like, it's hard to be grateful for the bad things that happen in our life. It's so hard to be grateful for something that goes shit. 9 times out of 10, I'll say 9.5 out of 10, the things that go shit, not only do they push us on or move us out of a headspace where we feel like this would be acceptable behavior and we would accept something like that in our life, it moves us towards the path that we're supposed to be on if we accept it and move beyond it and don't stay stuck, try to hold on or try to cling to the past or try to will the past back in, especially when it's been so negative and toxic and it's something that's had us on pins, basically. So I feel like just learning to be grateful for the bad that you've experienced from people, like people that have come into your life and you may not feel like they've done much for you. It may not feel like they've brought much to the table, but in actual fact, the bullshit that they did bring has pushed you into a new way, into a new phase in your life, and into a new way of looking after and feeling for yourself, learning to love yourself. So it's learning to be grateful for even the shittest times in our lives. But Jesus, don't go back to this. I feel like if you do, it swings. You're literally going to be going round in circles. You're just going to be boomeranging right back round in circles. You're going to be going through the same cycle, and it may be a same cycle but different, because it may be that they come back all positive and all like, ready to treat you really well. But this knowledge of what they did to you is always going to be there. It will never be the same, and that's the unfortunate thing when we no matter how much we love someone, if they treat us really badly and we part ways, if we ever came back together, they would never get the same version of us. It would never be the same. You wouldn't even be the same person to them, or them to you. You wouldn't look at them the same way. So I'm going to leave that one there. All right, thank you.